What's up, guys? NBA talk with the third game, last one of the night for us. This one's the Boston Celtics versus the Toronto Raptors, the number one seed and the number two seed, going at each other. Um, it was a very tight game. Like, it really looked like no team could get an advantage of the other. Like, it was close throughout the entire game. I think there was so many lead changes, more like tie games. A lot of tie games in this game, all the way down to the finish. Like in the last couple minutes, Boston Celtics would end up winning this game, closing out, just like giving themselves enough of a gap to win, like almost 10 points, but a very tight 10 points. I just feel like the Toronto Raptors could have took this game over, but there was a critical point where Kyle Lowry went for the layup, and then Marcus Morris blocked that shot. I think it was at that point the game was over. They could not keep up their momentum. They couldn't make a momentum enough to catch up to the Boston Celtics, who were starting to pull away in the last couple minutes of the fourth quarter. So yeah, 110 Boston Celtics to Toronto Raptors 99. A very tight game. Both teams both did the exact same thing, like pick and roll action at the top, like pretty much a lot of movement, like from one end to the other. You had a pick and roll from one side almost to a corner three, and go to the other side. Maybe then they would cut in from time to time, just picking their moments to drive into the paint, collapse the defense, get it to an open shooter, because they have big guys who can make threes as well. They have 3-pointers everywhere, but it was a bad 3-point night for both teams. Toronto Raptors were completely bad at the 3-point line. The Celtics were bad, even though they did put up a 41% from the three-point range, which is good. But they only took 17 shots in comparison to the Toronto Raptors taking 35. That's a big difference. So, in my opinion, the Celtics had a bad 3-point night anyway. They didn't take enough threes. Obviously, the confidence is not there. You don't have really confident 3-point shooters anywhere at all. Well, there were still a couple people like Jason Tatum making threes, Aaron Baines making threes. Surprisingly, I didn't know he could hit threes. And you had Terry Rozier, who had a fantastic night, doing some heavy work for this team. Yeah, it was a good battle. Both teams played very good defense, picked their moments in the pick and roll action up top. Drive-ins, no 3-point factors in this game. The bench was the same, where only one person from each bench, Celtics and Toronto Raptors, showed up. Fred Van Vliet, and what's his name, Marcus Morris, both played the hell out of the ball. Both had their moments. Of course, Marcus Morris getting that block shot on Kyle Lowry that pretty much sealed the deal. But yeah, like the team was evenly matched. It's just that the Celtics got in their way in the end. Very tight battle, and that's pretty much it to say. Like, excellent work. Eastern Conference matchup, finals. I'm hoping that will happen. I would love to see the Toronto Raptors face off against the Boston Celtics, usher in a new era of the Eastern Conference, dethrone the Cavaliers out of the picture, because I think this is the last time the Cavaliers will be the same, depending on where LeBron James goes. If he stays, then maybe the regime stays again, where LeBron James rules the East, or LeBron James leaves, and that changes the whole scene in the Eastern Conference. But I want to see these two teams, Toronto Raptors, Celtics, Eastern Conference Finals. go at it. I think that's going to be a 7-game series. Very tight. So, Celtics, we had Jason Tatum leading the team. Well, not necessarily leading the team because Marcus Morris had a better score. 24 points for Jason Tatum, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. Rozier, 21 points, 7 assists. He has been absolutely helpful, whether he's coming off the bench, filling in for Kyrie Irving, just doing a lot of stuff. Al Horford did some good things too, 14 points, 5 rebounds, and a steal. Aaron Baines did a fantastic job, 12 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, made 2 3-pointers. I didn't know he could hit threes. I must be blind. And then you have Jaylen Brown, who was the only guy pretty much in the starting lineup that didn't do good. 2 for 8 from the field, only 4 points. Off the bench, you got Marcus Morris, who was pretty much could be the MVP of the night because that block shot really sealed the deal. 25 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 block shots. 10 for 11 from the free throw line. Excellent work, boy. 45% from the field, 41 rebounds, 19 assists, and only 5 turnovers. Excellent work. Without Kyrie Irving, without Marcus Smart in there, doing good work. 6-game winning streak. They're keeping it up. I don't see them passing the Toronto Raptors for the #1 spot. I think Toronto Raptors have locked that down for sure. But that's a hell of a try. They had a very good season, the Boston Celtics, in the early parts, and then they fell off. They're starting to build themselves back up without Kyrie Irving, which is good. When he comes back, second round, that's going to be all good for them. Toronto Raptors, they did a good job. DeRozan was fantastic. 32 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists tonight. Kyle Lowry, he hit that 3-pointer late in the fourth quarter that really stuck it to the Toronto Raptors like they had a chance to win. But, of course, that block shot, again, I have to talk about. Overall, he had a bad game. 4 for 13 from the field. 2 for 10 for the 3-point range. 9 assists was pretty good because he only had 2 turnovers tonight. Valanciunas with 13 points, 11 rebounds, 8 points from OG. Serge Ibaka with 15 points, 10 rebounds, made 3 out of 3 3-point range. He was pretty damn good tonight. And off the bench, you got Fred Van with 11 points. Everybody else was pretty much bad tonight. They shot 46% from the field, 46 rebounds, 23 assists, and only 15 turnovers. That's it. Toronto Raptors are 55-21, and the Boston Celtics are 53-23. Close. So, peace out, guys.